What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and today we are talking getaway RVs with Craig Hansen. Welcome.
How you doing?
Good, good. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, gosh. Just long-time local here. Grew up out at Heritage Ranch, Paso Robles, even graduated from Paso Robles, but grew up out at Heritage Ranch when it first originated. My dad sold real estate out there for 25 years, so that was my playground forever.
Oh,
Still is.
I love Heritage. It's a different world. I always tell everybody that, like, it's just a different world. It's like its own world. It should be its own town.
As soon as you go through the gate, the arm closes and stuff. You're like, wow, okay, I'm excluded from town and stuff. Not that I still have Paso Robles, but that's my home out there.
And a lot of people don't know this and don't remember this, but remember the old little general store up there, just the store up on top of the hill, across from the pool.
Yep.
Walk up those stairs, with your dollar and buy a wad full of candy.
That's when Warren Reeder owned it. My sister actually worked at that store, and then they had the fire station up there too, which was all the locals volunteered there and stuff. Doug Villers that we were just talking about and stuff too. But yeah, it's been a long run out there.
All right,
a lot of fun.
Now look at it, and it's starting to thrive again.
Yeah, it is.
Lakes
full.
Oh yeah, that's
amazing.
so awesome.
Love it.
That is awesome. So tell me about Getaway RV.
Getaway RV rentals originated, 2011. Started with one trailer that I was going to have to give back to the bank because I was in the mortgage business, and then in the downturn, 2008, all that happened. We couldn't lend money, had to move into my fifth wheel, and I was going to have to give it back to the bank and started renting it. And then I went and I figured if one's good, two's better, because I was living in it at the time.
Right.
And went and took pictures of another RV on a lot and started pre-renting it on Craigslist before I even owned it.
Oh, no kidding.
And just started from there. And then people through the church and stuff, they were giving their RVs back to the bank. And I'm like, why don't you let me manage it? We'll split 50-50 and so on and so forth.
Oh, good idea.
So, did that, and then that's how it all started, was Getaway RV Rentals, and then we launched. I had been selling for a long time, but really officially since 2020 when COVID hit and stuff.
Well, because you kind of, I should say, not quietly, kind of just, you opened in Templeton, just kind of on Main Street, and I mean, even me, for the most, I didn't know if it was because there was a storage yard in the back, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And so I didn't know if it was just a storage yard that's kind of getting too big, or if it's. Then I started noticing kind of like newer stuff, and so you kind of opened up there. That's where it really started, right? Yeah,
exactly. I started renting one storage spot at a time to store my rentals in there and stuff through a local realtor and everything. And then he was moving out, and he says, "Hey, Craig, why don't you take this place?" And I was scared to death. It was $1,400 a month. And I started the storage department as well, and then I ended up moving into what is our office there now. So it's a long run. It's a pretty amazing story, and it's all to the glory of God for sure. So,
but you still have, I mean, even to this day, people don't even know you're right there.
Yeah, they don't. I'm 12 years. We've got flags out there, and our little flag man waving and everything, and people are like, "Where are you? I've never heard of you." So.
Yeah, and that's really funny about just in town and in Templeton. It's like there's not a lot there, but it seems like there is a lot. There's a lot of moving visual parts in downtown Templeton, and I think, like I said, where you're at, it's kind of. But like I said, you're starting to move things out to the front. You're seeing the boats out there, you're seeing the pontoons out there, seeing the new trailers out there. Yep. So you got that little, like you said, that little squirrely guy, dancing around. Yeah. But so from there, you have parts there, or service?
We're getting ready. We're in the process of building a new parts department and service center and stuff. Right now, we do have a service center, metal building, just kind of lean-to style, but we do service out of there. We're full service. We do warranty work and whatnot. And then once we build the new building, we'll have a small store in there and everything too for parts. We still do parts and accessories and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like normal, can you go down and get ski ropes? Do you have that kind of stuff?
It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the brands of like the trailers and some of that stuff you guys sell?
Great question. Primarily, we're a Forest River dealer, so we carry Forest River Salem Cruise Light, Salem Hemisphere, Shockwave for our toy haulers. So we do have toy haulers as well. and we just brought on a really nice top and new line called Outdoors RV. They're amazing. So we just brought that on, and we're in the process of bringing on another product for the overlanders that enjoy boondock camping, which is called the MDC USA.
Interesting.
And I almost compare, the quality is like Airstream. I mean, they're pretty amazing. So we're in the process of bringing them on right now.
So Craig, tell me a little bit. I'm going to jump back a little bit. During the RV business during COVID. So it must have been probably, decent for you. It probably helped to get everything rolling, but because everybody was getting RVs, renting RVs, because you rent the RVs also, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that experience and coming through that.
Well, at first, for the first month during COVID, it was really scary. I mean, it was like, okay, we're shut down, we're going home. Everybody went home and everything, and it was scary. So I started selling RVs off. I had 40 rentals. I had been wanting to downsize, but it was kind of perfect timing. So I sold down to 25 units, and then all the parks were closed. So what kept us going through COVID is people wanted to have their family and, parents and stuff closer to home. So we started renting long term, 30, 60, 90 days and whatnot. And we still do that. A lot of insurance stuff. So we rent when someone has a flood or fire or something like that, we'll rent long term. So it was a little scary. And then all of a sudden, people weren't traveling abroad. They wanted to camp local. So, and buy local. And a lot of people started camping in 21, 22. So the market was flooded with RVs as far as from the factory and whatnot. And they couldn't even keep up with the supply and demand. So it was good times. What was really kind of...
It was a blessing. It was
absolutely a blessing. We thrived through it, and it was good. And now we're in a different market.
So tell me about the rental side of it. So the rental side, everybody, doesn't, want to afford or want to buy an RV, but they do want to do some camping. So tell me about how that works.
Yeah, each of our RVs, you just reserve your campsite. Rather, locally, we provide a delivery service, local San Luis Obispo County and Monterey County to the lakes. Each RV is equipped with your basic essentials, pots, pans, cooking utensils, coffee pot, toaster, all that stuff. So you really just bring all your bedding and your towels and your food, and you go to your location, trailers all set up, and show up and camp.
And that's your normal service. So somebody comes in and says, Craig, I want to, go out to Nasmano, Lopez, whatever. You do the whole thing, and they just show up, trailers set up, awnings out, everything's ready to rock and roll?
Yep, table, chairs, and mat outside. And then when they're done, we come in and we pick it up. We dump and flush all the tanks and break it down and bring it home.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we live in this like recreational, area, and there's so much stuff to do. And even myself, I have a lot of friends that they don't have trailers. We have trailers. And it's like, let's go camping. And so they're like, oh, I don't have a trailer. You're like, yeah, you can stay here, I guess.
Right, yeah.
But that's a great service to have.
Yeah, it's fun too. So.
Yeah. You meet a lot of people probably.
Absolutely.
And then you could probably flip them and they probably turn into a buyer possibly.
Yes, absolutely. And then after the trailers, I usually run them for 2 or 3 years, and then I rotate my rental fleet. So we have the newest fleet in the industry. We're kind of the pioneer of the area of the RV rental industry, but we try to keep a really nice new inventory too.
Wow, that's great.
So yeah.
So tell me about the big news. Tell me about what's Getaway RV's next step.
Well, we've had the Templeton location been there for 12 years now, and we've been doing the rentals and sales out of there. And Atascadero came available. We were looking for a location that had freeway exposure and everything, and the other guys just didn't want to renew their lease there, and we got wind of it, and we jumped on the opportunity.
So you're going to be down there kind of on the north end of Atascadero before Home Depot.
Correct.
And you're going to be right there, freeway access, freeway exposure.
Yep.
And that's where the New location or the additional location?
The additional. What we're going to do, all of our new units, new and used, are going to be ran through and processed through Templeton. They get, we go through what's called a PDI process. Then they come over to Atascadero. I'll have the sales department there and everything. We'll do all the sales out of there. Then they go back over to Templeton, and that's where people will pick them up for what we call a delivery or orientation process, and they'll take their new RV.
Awesome. And so, are you going to do pontoons over there as well?
We are. Yep.
So tell me about the pontoons.
More on the way right now.
Right now, the lakes are full. Gosh.
So
right now's the time.
Yeah. I had brought on during COVID, I was, hanging out with some really good friends out at the lake, and COVID hit and they wanted to social distance, and respectfully so, we did that. And I was looking for a pontoon boat rental service, and I ended up, they were closed because of COVID and everything. And I looked at the business, business model and everything. And I'm like, I just told Mike Tenor, who was previously my general manager, he owned it at the time. And I said, he wasn't renting boats. And I'm like, I want that. So it's like, we bought Lake Life 805, which we currently have now, renting pontoon boats. And then I'm like, well, Forest River, who we're a dealer for, manufactures pontoon boats. So it was just kind of an automatic shoe in. So we're like, okay, pontoon boat rentals, trailer rentals out at the lake. We live there. And now we do pontoon boat sales.
Wow. Man,
so just pontoon boats right now. So that's what we're focused on.
Awesome. So the new location, so grand opening, you're doing the July 8th and 9th, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about how that's going to play out those 2 days.
It's going to be great. A lot of fun. We're just going to, invite the public, and everybody can come in. We're going to have K-Jug one day, KZOZ. We're going to have, hot dogs, hamburgers, food, drinks, and just come in and get to know us and look at our products and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, we sponsor a kid race. And I have to say this because I'm actually I love this family and stuff. They're a lot of fun, but we sponsor a kid flat track racing. So we bought him a bike this year, and he just brought back the #1 plate for the Nationals back east. So on the Getaway RV and Marine bike. So we're going to present that to him and on Sunday. So we want to invite the race community out on Sunday, or both days, but Cage Tadman's going to be there Sunday. So
we have his bike there on display and all that stuff?
Yeah, #1 plate. Hopefully it'll be done by then, but he gets to carry the #1 plate all this season because he won the Nationals.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I used to ride motorcycles, so I'm kind of living through him.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Because I can't do it anymore, but...
Yeah, but you know what? Flat track, remember the fact they used to have that at the fair all the time.
That's where I found this kid.
Really?
Yeah, they had a race. I can't remember what year it was, but I seen Cage, and he was out there, just a little guy. And he would jump on race one bike, get first place, get on a second bike, and first place. And I'm like, man, this kid's going somewhere. So I got to know him a little bit and started sponsoring him a little bit. And yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So there's Cage's plug too. Not that he needs it, because he does well.
Is he rolling up in one of those getaway RV toy haulers?
No, he's not. They have a Forest River Sunseeker motorhome, so that they didn't purchase from us. But
awesome.
That was before I knew him. So, but
very cool.
they will be rolling up in one though.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, Craig. Well, tell us how does somebody reach out? How do they find you? How can they check out your inventory? What do they have to do?
Well, they can call. Just go to our website. They can call either number, either the Templeton number or Atascadero. One thing that I'm really glad to announce is any of our customers, they have personal access to me. I'm very hands-on in our business and everything. And so they can call the dealership locally, or they can, if they ask for me, they can get a hold of me too. My cell phone's always accessible. So. And
they can go to your website. Your website will show your inventory, even your rental fleet as well?
Current inventory. Well, there's a button on there that'll click RV rentals, and it'll take them to our rental site. And then the same with boats. It'll take them to my Lake Life 805 boat rental site as well.
And what about hours?
Let's see. We are 7:30 to 4:30 for service Monday through Friday. Service is closed Saturday, Sunday. Sales is open Saturday, Sunday from 9 to 6 in Atascadero. and same hours in Templeton, and then closed in Templeton only on Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really
for the
appreciate
invite.
it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Unexpected.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, we're about, promoting the local business and, like I said, getting some more awareness of you guys and get out there to the grand opening July 8th and 9th. So
Appreciate it.
thanks for coming in.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Getaway RV. Make sure you guys get out there July 8th and 9th for their grand opening. And they have their location right here in Templeton. Make sure you go out there. They have their RVs that have the rental fleet. You can go camp wherever you want. But as always, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Cestero Meat Cutting, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Story Termite and Pest Control, El Red Rooster, Pacific 805 Spas, Airflow Filter Services, Kennedy Club Fitness, Paso Robles Furniture, Amy and Jamie's Place, and 5-Star Rain Gutters. Thanks again. We'll see you camping.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Veux-tu danser avec moi?
Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
We don't just serve it up, we roast it, distill it, brew it, craft it, crank it, bake it, make it, perfect it, cure it, paint it, live it, breathe it, and then we serve it up, all in Atascadero.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers.